I'm getting sick of all the Endfield glazing. I boot up the tube hoping to watch a piano girl in a latex suit, but instead I stumble on a video praising the gacha system. It's so generous, they said. I had to click. I thought the general consensus was that the gacha system was greedy, awful, and trash. But here's this German-sounding guy, fluent in Chinese, telling me the opposite, breaking it all down with numbers, calculations, and side-by-side comparison. Turns out, this pothead knows his stuff. It is generous. Check this out. No! I'm getting sick of thinking the base building and resource collecting would just be another chore in my pointless life, but they tell me about building your own ecosystem of fully autonomous facilities, turrets blasting enemies, ziplines that glide like you're in disability. I'm not just building because I have to, I build because I want to. It's addictive, fulfilling, fueling this greed, this endless need to expand. No more grinding the same spot 1,000 times for mushrooms. Now you're cultivating them in your backyard or your motherfucking spaceship. It frees you to do what you want while the menial work gets done in the growth room. I'm getting sick of all the glaze over how smooth and masterful the character models and animations are. You can see their personality just by a simple menu selection, a reflection of the devs' deep connection, affection, and probably an erection. The Chens, the Pons, the Borlicas, the Surters, the Endmans, they're the backbone of the game. They breathe life into the story, interact with you. You belong in this story, and you're living it with them. They need these guys to live so that we the players, can live too. I'm getting sick of all the glaze claiming the character designs are amazing, that releasing Surtur so early on was a genius move, that the amount of thigh shots Chen gets in every cutscene is wild, that the way light bounces off abs off these two has players beguiled, or when you can't help but stare at Surtur's cleavage while leveling her skills, or even the brilliant display of bare backs for a number of ladies, including the intentionally boring one, all crafted for the greater good, designed to spark your neurons, just as they should. I'm getting sick of all the glaze saying that the combat is more than everything you've experienced, that the first impression of it being dull and shallow is an allusion to the beautiful execution of combos and team synergy, having all 4 party members moving around like a raid in Unity, final attacks that trigger skills into full combos that lead into other chains is nothing short of exhilarating, and it's kinda hard to explain. It's not about stacking 6 stars for the easy win. True power comes from synergy, a mixed team working in harmony. That's where the real damage comes from. That's where the fun begins. I'm getting sick of all the glaze for the story, saying that despite the slow start it builds to glory, that it builds to keep you engaged with existential threats and traces of cosmic horror, telling you that there is more to it, that the legacy of Doctor of Rhodes Island and the burden Amiya left behind is connected to everything you do, the implications that the stars have failed their duty to preserve life, and that the universe's hope now rests upon your shoulders as the leader of Endfield, the herald of Originium, the last spark of life that refuses to die. There's hope in this existence, and you'll see if it's true, and that the others stand ready to share that hope with you. I'm getting sick of sitting on this ship floating in a lonely universe. Below me, a ravaged planet beams with life, as the anthem of hope echoes in my ears. I turn to see the operators and volunteers there to lift the world up with me, their faces brimming with conviction, knowing that the dream still lives on. I have to remind myself that this is just the beta. The Griff gods are cooking something more ridiculous than this. So yeah, I'm getting sick of all the glazing. This is the proof. But surely after this, I bet you are too. How's that for a Griff bot?